20 years have passed since a cataclysmic disaster known as the Shift transformed the Earth. This planet, once a paradise for human beings and animals alike, has become a nightmare. A swirling vortex of storms, fires, and eruptions that threatens to devour what little life remains. And yet, life does remain. Animals, certain indefatigable species have proven themselves able to adapt in ways humans could not. One such species is the sugar glider, a small marsupial unusually adept at navigating this new and treacherous environment.
Just listening to the voice actor I believe Iron.
Check it out. Come on, Truman.
So he's going to narrate the game with words.
Those sugar gliders, like all life on Earth, now balance on the brink of extinction. Their still beating hearts offer us glimmers of hope, proof that no matter the challenge, life can always find a way. Like human beings, sugar gliders form powerful familial bonds. Adults and their offspring protect and nurture each other and cooperate in ways that enhance their chances of survival. But no amount of cooperation can avert some disasters. And where there is life, there is hope. This young family of sugar gliders is living on hope. With their nest destroyed and their father cruelly taken, they'll need every ounce of it to brave the dangers of the wild in search of a new home. Young gliders, or joeys, sometimes remain with their mothers until they are 10 months old. At only 6 months, our young glider will need more time at his mother's side to learn the ropes. Every step forward for this joey is a step into the unknown. His mother and baby sister are the only constants in his life. And his mother has the knowledge and wisdom that come with age. He'll have to follow her closely. He's still young and has much to learn. Sugar gliders are tree-born animals. Out of their element on the forest floor, this plucky youngster must stay alert and find ways to strengthen himself for the arduous journey ahead. Mushrooms and other succulent plant life not only offer nourishment to the sugar glider, but a path to follow. For where plants thrive, other forms of life can thrive as well. Jumping, a precursor to gliding, keeps the glider nimble and strong. Skills he'll need if he's to survive this quickly changing environment. A spider. Though small, it has all the markings of the notorious Black Widow. The glider must master every skill in his arsenal to thrive, and one of his most notable attributes is gliding. He cannot survive without acquiring this primary skill. But to glide, he'll need strength. And strength comes from food. The forest floor, despite its dangers, also provides. Plump cloudberries fruit are chock full of nutrients and tasty too. This is Savior Island, one of only a handful of ecosystems that remain. Its dense forests would once have offered cover and comfort to this young sugar glider, but no longer. The island is now a deadly war zone of competing species. The sugar glider feels most at home in the trees, and for good reason. The glider's whole body is adapted for the high life of the forest canopy. Opposable thumbs on his hind feet allow him to clasp branches and perform wonderful feats of acrobatics. With his gliding membrane, he can defy gravity itself and float on the air like a piece of paper, at least in theory. An excellent first attempt. The young glider has soared successfully from one of the island's trees to another, despite the dizzying drop in between. But the energy extended in this first glide has left him famished. Perhaps it's time to stop for a snack. A delicious meal. There's nothing like a successful hunt to put the spring back in your step. The sugar glider forges ahead with a new vigor. The glider has ventured close to the cliff's edge. The winds here are harsh. One wrong move could send him tumbling into the waters below, and because gliders can't swim, this would be a deadly mistake.
What is this game about?
The life of sugar gliders, but in a post-apocalyptic world.
Chester's Mill is a
When
place
there's
like
no
any
like
other.
human pollution and whatnot.
Until
It's
we
just
were cut
all
off from the rest of the world by a mysterious
predators.
dome. You'll see them.
Right now we're just a baby learning how to move around and basically tutorial. So we can't do much. But soon we'll be on our own and we can explore and do whatever. We're still gonna need to keep track of like food and stuff.
The terrain is rocky and inhospitable. Nothing like the smooth tree trunks and sturdy branches the sugar glider is used to. Crags, steep slopes, and sudden gaps in the earth present a treacherous challenge.
Actually, a cop kills me.
Since I'm a baby, I also need food every time I take an action. It's for safety purposes.
Hurry or something?
Up ahead, a scorpion. This creepy crawler wields a dangerous weapon, a toxic stinger that could kill the glider with a single jab. And this striking fiend won't let the glider go without a fight. This gutsy Joey has a battle on his hands. He's done it. The sugar glider reigns victorious, a testament to his rapidly developing skills. With a newfound confidence, he pushes forward toward the next challenge.
The town's only remaining councilman. I will not confidence any kind of frontier
Sugar
justice.
gliders have powerful instincts that can alert
Now you go
them
home,
not only to the presence of
clasp
danger,
hands,
but to the safest paths
and pray
forward.
for Freddie Dennis'
But
poor soul.
instincts are useless if
Go
they're
on.
ignored. The glider
Mom
must
keeps
learn
eating.
how and when to listen to these inner
Mom,
knowledge.
stop being
Finding
greedy.
her
Never get up on that
could
video
mean
to
the
YouTube.
difference between life and
Excuse
death.
me. We're gonna go charge up in this town.
I have a generator.
At your house?
We saw you at the fire. How'd you end up here?
Well, some kids. Heard them talking about a bonfire.
No, I meant.
I knew what you meant. I was on my way someplace and wrong place at the wrong time, I guess. Not usually a mooch, but without my music I can get a little, super bitchy. Can I refuel at your place?
Sure. There's no one home except me.
I actually need a place to crash
I
too,
think I died.
if that's okay.
Oh. Well, I mean, I saw you with two ladies.
Seen it by the
Thought you were down.
Never seen him before. So, go to crash?
first death, of course, it had to be by the environment.
I'm sorry. Freddie, he was my partner. He was my friend.
Sugar gliders have powerful instincts that can alert them not only to the presence of predators, but to the safest paths
Like hell he
forward.
will. He's
But
Freddie's
instincts
brother.
are
What do we do to
useless
deserve
if
this?
they're ignored.
They're not supposed
The
to
glider
die.
must learn how and when
You
to
okay?
listen to these inner nudges. Finely honed instincts could mean the difference between life and death.
So I think we're supposed to die because he didn't tell us about our instincts last time.
I warned you, Linda. I warned you what would happen.
All of us understanding all.
No, it's not. It's a
Like the
double.
jump where she
It's making
moves.
everyone crazy, and it's gonna kill us all. If the town
Okay,
doesn't kill me
work.
first.
Retreat. I thought we need to run and start. Butterfly. I think I can. I'm quiet enough.
Where were you yesterday, Junior?
Yeah.
Nowhere. Whole town pulls together, put out a fire. But you? Nowhere to be found. That's just
Yeah, she did a running start. Still moving.
stand up like a man does. It reflects poorly when my son's AWOL. A situation. It's an opportunity. All
get
your
this.
life, I provided you with advantages, opening doors.
Where
Like a
does she
football
go?
team. I never wanted to play. Point is, you only get so many chances in
Just
life.
takes a long
Do
way
not
for no
squander
reason.
them.
Well, I don't have to press square to do that. It's good to know.
Who did this to your face?
This guy,
Running out of energy.
Barbie, I think. He's totally insane.
9 years has been since your mother died.
Here we go.
Still, it's like
I knew that would take a few tries.
There's nothing up now, Junior. Don't you let me down.
sugar glider between its talons like a porcelain doll. The sugar glider's senses are on high alert. Every instinct in his body tingles in the presence of this threat. He moves cautiously, keeping impulse sight.
Oh, that's cool. It's like a Metal Gear Solid mini moment. Where you going, Mom? How we doing this?
I get it.
Right in front of him? Okay.
You're angry, but it's
You
the
found
dumbest
food, you
thing
may run through it.
Nothing's making me act like this. It's you locking me down here for 2 days.
Everything is gonna go back to the way it was before.
The vulture is aware of movement on the ground. It could spot the glider at any moment. Our Joey must remain quiet and hidden if he's to survive.
Has anyone tried going under it?
People took shovels and
No,
tragedy.
I mean, way under it. Like through the cement factory tunnels.
They froze us off. After the flood, when those kids died down there, it's dangerous.
Demon eyes told it down there all the time. Walk through the tunnels. We came across the town line into Westlake. Hitchhiked back. Maybe you're right. Maybe things would be different if you could find a way out. Maybe we could start over.
Narrowly avoiding the vulture, the sugar glider can breathe a sigh of relief for now.
Rise. How do you think? Those who find the evidence to destroy it, not torch a dead man's house. I think what you told me. Found the bills of sales of propane, set them on fire, all the evidence destroyed. Just
A
like the
lizard
rap.
is in the glider's sights.
They're the only
He
files
must
left
tread
that can
lightly.
implicate us in
These
this drug
scaly
business.
delicacies are quicker than
Right
they look.
here. So we have to trust each other on the
You
security.
took me to secrets? What?
Just go back to the mortuary and take care of Freddy Dad's clothes.
So, what are the odds that you, just passing through, happen to be here on the day that an unprecedented, possibly supernatural event occurred?
I swear, you ask more questions than anybody I've ever met.
Well, you know you're pretty good at evading them and asking questions is my job.
That's just your way of keeping people from asking you anything.
All right, your turn.
How does someone as ambitious as you end up doing something?
My husband grew up here. And, circumstances shifted, and it just made sense for us.
But I already grabbed him. Why did
Come
they
here and
make it
start
run like his ghost run away? I don't get it.
Well, it's our DJ, Phil. Want to meet him?
No.
It was a spiral thing.
Work with your buddy.
Close enough and jump.
He's done it. This wriggling lizard will make a fine meal for his mother and sister.
Oh, I ate it. I told you I'm trying to eat everything. I was supposed to give it to the family. Yeah,
Hope we're ready for the responsibility of running this department.
With all due respect, I don't really want to share.
Take a pause.
Cut his corner.
We've disturbed you
Like in a
police.
routine.
As counsel, it is my job to organize a search party.
He's done it. This wriggling lizard will make a fine meal for his mother and sister.
Damn it, Paul. He took a rifle. Blackbird Woods. He likes to hunt there.
Listen,
What's that?
it's too risky.
I know you like to control things, but you do not control me.
Well, that was a lot of juice.
Onward.
Wait.
You have no scientists tapping on that thing.
Just
Trying
ate
to
your
figure out how to talk with us. Then they figure out how to get us more bacon.
Bacon's the least of our worries, Roger.
Any sign of your daughter?
Not since last night.
Well, we can't catch it.
I can't help but think that it's just
Got
one
it.
of those seizures. Been always laying unconscious on the side of the road somewhere.
No, I'm sure she's fine.
Trophy. Please.
Excuse me, sir. You don't have a chance of seeing my daughter.
Your daughter? How'd that work?
My partner and I are a same-sex couple with a child. Welcome to the 21st century.
What are you doing here in Chester's Mill anyway?
We got stuck here. On the way to drop Maury, our daughter, our legitimate to a nearby practice.
Oh, you're going for reformatory, you mean? Think they can bring the gang out of it?
Why don't you come with me? Let's get you a cup of coffee. Authorities outside still don't know the composition or the origin of the dome. Presumably they'll keep at it until they get some answers.
I like this symbiotic thing you got going on, man.
Key to a civilized society is a well-informed public.
Oh, that and indoor plumbing.
Oh, I forgot about indoor plumbing. Fingers crossed outdoors out. Where's Junior off to in second hand?
I don't know. I don't think it's good up. You know, got the inside street or something.
Junior! Where you headed?
Just going for a hike.
What's with that helmet?
I don't have to answer your questions. It's a free country.
A storm rumbles in the distance.
Hey,
The guide must move quickly to avoid
All
being
night,
caught in its rages.
Had a girl Angie working the lunch counter, but I haven't seen her since Dome Day. So how's it been staying at your studios? Nice and
I
comfy?
have a feeling this is weird.
Smoke out here. Something a bit small.
Alright, listen up, people. I got an announcement to make. Former Deputy Paul Randolph escaped police custody. Just as precaution, I ask you all to stay in your homes until the situation is resolved. I'm also putting together a search party. And I'm asking if any anybody on the team to join up.
Right here, Jim. Jump in too.
Alright. Roger, Howard, thank you much.
Some police already assaulted two other people. They stole massive division in the Justice Department store. And it's on the run. This was something they was taken out. He took a ride back.
Climb back up there with the fire.
You've been formally introduced. I'm Jim Ray. Call me Big Jim.
Glory.
Harvey.
Joe.
Lemonade and belly with the team. So I take that gun all the way off yesterday. Need a bodyguard or something? That's cute. This all out was no fish in the barrel. Marine, 62 years in Iraq.
The sugar glider has taken a risk by venturing close to these deadly red thorns. This risk did not pay off. He's been tricked. A toxin now flows through his body, slowing him down and draining his strength. It will take time for him to recover.
This is Phil Bishop with an update concerning the ongoing manhunt attack. Former Deputy Paul Randolph's squad car has been spotted off the road at Blackleaf Woods. All Chester's millers are under an advisory to stay home until the situation is resolved.
Lucky abandoned. Fellas, got some over here. Come on, this way. Hey, hold on. This guy's got military training, right? That's a dummy trail. He's never doing that, obviously. These branches here, they're all broken. Right there. My man came right through here.
Yeah, I think it'd be useful.
Can I get down
Do you always understand that?
Yeah, I'm not saying it.
Good fuck, Joe. Those are really good. They're like better than those 80s breakfast scramble eggs my mom's fed me foods.
Your mom's?
Yeah, my mom's, my pops, you know what they say. Where are your parents?
Outside. My dad drives a rig, so he's gone a lot, and I'll visit Westlake the next town over, and, you know. What's yours?
So on my way to visit my dad, and, you know, he's a musician, but driving a ride is pretty good too. Guess we're both not super guys, huh?
These two lovely ladies were hoping to take advantage of their sweet, sweet plumbing and electricity.
My family doesn't have a Jenny.
Me neither. The music they play on WIBS is like totally schizo.
A storm
Did you invite anyone
rumbles in the
else?
distance.
I
The
might
glider
have
must
mentioned
move
generator to a
to
few
avoid
people.
being
What about the whole advisories to stay inside thing? Dude, it's the apocalypse. Advisories don't apply. Nice. Please tell me you hit that.
There she goes.
I'm cool, bro. We were running hanging.
A swinging branch attached precariously to a vine. For most animals, this obstacle would be impossible to bypass. A fall from this height would be fatal and not worth the risk. But the sugar glider is a masterful acrobat and light on his feet. He may succeed here where others would undoubtedly fail.
Yeah, never had the privilege.
You and me, we're finishing this thing. What is your objective here, honestly? To bring him in, or which one to take him out? I don't see it makes a difference to a guy like you, does it? But to a guy like me, we're losing a life, let's move it.
This giant skeleton once belonged to a whale. The glider has never seen such a thing, and there's no reason he should have. But sadly, the presence of this decomposed carcass so far inland is no mystery. Seismic changes, likely a tsunami caused by a shift, no doubt deposited this unfortunate creature onto the island. The poor beast perished here, unable to return to its watery home. What remains a mystery is how sugar gliders, two tiny intrepid members, have managed to survive the Earth's upheaval, while so many others have failed. Unaware of the mystery surrounding his existence, they constantly taking in strange sights and smells. By necessity, our glider is active during the day. Instinct available to him to defy his strange and hostile instincts.
Why did you come down here? We're going to find a way out. Sorry, I'm not sure.
Hoping this person would help him
It wasn't even a man, it was a
Junior, are you okay? No, these tunnels are dangerous. They're like a maze. I didn't even find a way out the dark. And they're even more dangerous with the stink cutting into it. What if it collapses on us? People dying here. I did a story on us. On coal miners. I started underground. You see the way the flame flickers? You know which way the air flows. You follow it home. Let's go home.
Skipper Joe! Nice house party, bro. Carter. Used to go out with your sister. Well, stayed in more than we went out. You know what I mean? Thanks for inviting us in, man. Just to make yourself at home. Think about it. You had a house to yourself. Even the most popular guy in town. They even get a girlfriend out of it. Daisy, you got an instinct about these things. Just don't tell her about that funky seizure you had. I don't think you're a spaz. Total spaz, man. What's working?
Can you remember which way we came? Some of them more matches left.
Which one?
What's the difference?
I just have to do something good today.
Officially done with the tutorial.
The man stands up. And you're not gonna screw up.
We don't screw up. I mean, bad choices.
Tell them.
The clever glider turns a vehicle into a vessel.
No, no, no,
Come on, mate. Stuck under the invisibility for the very bad.
What happens to
just keep moving on.
with their superior knowledge, they could easily overwhelm the glider.
Yeah. He has 70,000 followers on Instagram.
Import and domestic populations have risen precipitously. Many of the animal amphibian species would have kept their numbers under control, but now aggressive varieties in competition for their own survival are an ever-present menace to sugar gliders and other small animals on the island.
All the strength and energy he needs. He's capable of some incredible feats of strength. Check out these insane shows. One amphibian, that is swag, is as frustrating as it is impressive. He says it himself. Still his accent, still young, still strong.
I feel like eating everything was gonna hurt me.
Body bears the effects of age, but also the benefits of exercising. And Shati hasn't finished his surprise
Eating a poisonous fire. It shows green, and green usually eat. No, green, red means don't eat. Okay. This is the eat.
Sometimes when we don't understand the answer to a thing, we look for someone to blame.
I understand the attack. Good old Barbie. People think he's this hero. He's a psychopath.
Barbie just attacked you for no reason.
That's right.
The habitat of the sugar glider has changed dramatically since the shift. Driven from the trees by torrential storms and forced to adapt to life on the forest floor, these tiny marsupials have shown remarkable resiliency. Where larger, brawnier animals have failed, sugar gliders. Insects will make a hearty meal for our young glider.
Hello? Hello? I have you in there.
Why is that? Still the town with big man, big genius. You play football, brother? No, I was never much of a team sports kind of guy.
I play quarterback. A lot of smaller guys play because they require speed, agility. Back in school, we had this all-state wide showboat. He called me Big Jim. Oh, it was a joke. You know, laughing at me. And one day we had a scrimmage, and he talked to me, you know. Come on, Big Jim. Don't touch me, Big Jim. So, I put the mother ball hits on this powerful ring. Helmet burst. Went in low, completely shattered his pelvis.
The glider catches butterflies, but does not
guess what?
Instead, he
Big
stalks
Jim won
the
the jump
predator.
ball. What was I tell you? It tells me that being on your team could be hazardous to my health. Which I mean, example is grenade. Command respect. Jim?
That's a rat. I want to kill him.
I'll kill him. I'll beat him. Nobody wants to kill anybody. Except himself. Eye for an eye, right? Make it exemplar. Pick up the weapon now. That's
Check, drop the weapon.
Extraordinary. The glider has fed the butterflies to his mother, who now appears to be recovering from her spider bite. There is no reason a butterfly should provide an antidote for spider venom, and yet it appears to have done so. Is it possible the nectar or pollen the butterflies have been feeding on contains some hidden properties we are as yet unaware of? And how did the sugar glider know that this antidote would do the trick?
You can call me James. Never did like being called Junior anyways.
Guessing you're a Scots guy.
You know this much too.
Straight up, of course.
Is there like a way to turn off this auto lock on? Because I can't control the camera. Jump assist.
We should do this sometime. It's a small town, son. I'll support the team.
What's that about?
Long story.
This tumbling waterfall presents a beautiful but dangerous challenge. Its splashing waters threaten to throw the gliders off course while drenching nearby nooks and crannies in slick liquid.
No trouble getting down into the cement works and trying to find a way out. Yeah. They don't go straight.
Well, of course it does. You didn't think it'd be that easy, did you?
Saviour Island is home to a wide variety
What were
of
you doing with that barbecue
bioluminescent
knife?
fungi.
That's none of your
These
business.
glowing mushrooms, nature's nightlights,
Now, listen, I
help
tell you
guide the
to.
sugar gliders on their
Don't
way.
you worry your head over
A
barbecue.
complex relationship seems to
I think we're all
exist
up.
between the gliders and
Job.
these to provide food, illumination, and perhaps, as has been theorized, something more.
It doesn't let me eat those though.
Despite these challenges, the young glider pushes upwards towards the open air. The glider and his family are finally back on solid ground. Now, on to the next challenge. This gully is dominated by a skulk of foxes. These ravenous omnivores would love to have our family of sugar gliders for dinner. The gliders will have to be quick and quiet if they want to avoid being on the menu. This gully is dominated by a skulk of foxes. These ravenous omnivores would love to have our family of sugar gliders for dinner. The gliders will have to be quick and quiet if they want to avoid being on the menu. Mother has the right idea. Darting quickly from hiding spot to hiding spot right under the fox's noses. It's a risk, but it works. Though foxes hunt, they are also skilled scavengers, adept at locating and then feeding on the decaying carcasses of other animals. Over time, the dead have become more plentiful than the living, and scavengers have come to dominate the island. But this imbalance cannot last forever. Eventually, food will run out for the scavengers as well. The future of life on Earth depends on whether small mammals like the sugar glider can find a way to rebound. A joyous reunion. Together once more, the sugar glider family enjoys some much-needed rest. The vulture returns. Its arrival is sudden, leaving the gliders no time to hide or even react. There is little chance of survival, a sad reality of life on this perilous island. This young glider is resilient, more resilient than any of us could have expected. But the loss of his mother and sister has affected him deeply. The poor Joey cries out, his unique vocalizations expressing his sorrow, but also sending out a signal to his mother and sister. He is alive and will be coming for them. There's no time to lose. The longer the glider's mother and sister are in the clutches of the vulture, the lower their chances of survival. The Joey bounds forward with a new determination to reunite with his family. A peculiar relationship exists between surviving species like sugar gliders and the fungi native to Savior Island. The fungi seems able to influence these animals in ways researchers have yet to fully comprehend. It's as if an enhanced evolutionary process is at play, one that both strengthens these animals physically and heightens their instincts. Researchers have dubbed this phenomenon fungi symbiosis and continue to explore its effects. There's no time to lose. The longer the glider's mother and sister are in the clutches of the vulture, the lower their chances of survival. The Joey bounds forward with a new determination to reunite with his family. A peculiar relationship exists between surviving species like sugar gliders and the fungi native to Savior Island. The fungi seems able to influence these animals in ways researchers have yet to fully comprehend. It's as if an enhanced evolutionary process is at play, one that both strengthens these animals physically and heightens their instincts. Researchers have dubbed this phenomenon fungi symbiosis and continue to explore its effects. A whirlpool formed when two opposing currents clash. In this case, two low-lying rivers forced together by seismic shifts. This watery obstruction presents a potentially deadly challenge to the sugar glider. A wealth of amphibians live in these dank caverns, a bona fide feast for our young glider. scarlet king snake. This species is non-venomous but still dangerous to our Joey. One of its favorite foods are small mammals like sugar gliders. The Joey will have to battle his way past it. An impressive victory for our little Joey. A tremor from the bowels of the earth sends rocks and streams of water pouring into the gulch. This glider must use all his skills to quickly reach the ground level before the rising water does. The vulture. Against all odds, the glider has managed to track down his flying nemesis. His mother and sister still dangling helplessly from its talons. Time is of the essence. The glider can only hope that his family lives and that somehow he can find a way to rescue them. Evidence of human beings, relics like these of some of our failed attempts at salvation, are scattered across the island. Human beings made countless attempts to maintain a presence on Earth. Sadly, those attempts ended in disaster. The sugar glider appears tiny and fragile next to these remnants of a once advanced and sophisticated civilization. And yet, he has accomplished something in his persistence on Earth that none of us could. The sugar glider has taken a... Evidence of human beings, relics like these of some of our failed attempts at salvation, are scattered across the island. Human beings made countless attempts to maintain a presence on Earth. Sadly, those attempts ended in disaster. The sugar glider appears tiny and fragile next to these remnants of a once advanced and sophisticated civilization. And yet, he has accomplished something in his persistence on Earth that none of us could. The sugar glider has taken